Today we are going to talk about the best watches of Geneva Watch Days 2021. Welcome everyone to another episode, and today I want to show you my favorite watches of Geneva Watch Days 2021. And the first watch I'd like to talk about is the most minimalist perpetual calendar I have ever seen. You know exactly what I'm talking about. This is the Moser Streamliner Perpetual Calendar. It was released during the Geneva Watch Days. I was fascinated of this watch. It's a watch that is super minimalist and takes the whole idea of perpetual calendars to the next level. Namely, making it super simple, super minimalist, just awesome. It was incredible. I was so fascinated when trying on the watch, when seeing it firsthand, and I was amazed how good it feels on the wrist. The watch has a 42.3 millimeter diameter, case diameter basically. I was actually expecting it to be a bit too big for my wrist because my wrist is pretty small. It's around 16.5 centimeters in circumference. It just feels good. It's not too big, it's not too small. It could have been a bit thinner. Yeah, it doesn't matter. I mean, in the end, it's a perpetual calendar, and of course, you have to put in the movement, and the case is like it is. It really, really feels amazing on the wrist. And I think that's also not just because of the shape of the case, but also because of the integrated bracelet. My God, this is the first time I've seen the Streamliner in real life. I was amazed. I'm not really usually as amazed of metal bracelets, but this one is good. It comes with this amazing minimalist approach as well, not only on the side of the perpetual calendar, but also on the dial itself, where you have the logo of Moser slightly lacquered on. You just get the hint that it's a Moser. And I really, really like this approach of the brand doing this, not being super out there, but being true to themselves and creating these amazing pieces. If we're talking about the dial, we have to say that this fumé dial is awesome as well. And if you turn it around, you will see the amazing movement. A great watch. I think it's about 50,000 Swiss francs. If I had 50,000 Swiss francs, I'd probably buy it. Okay, let's move on to the next watch. It is a bit different. It is in a different price category, but let's talk about the Oris Upcycle. I've been getting questions from you guys over on Instagram if there will ever be a time that we will create bracelets for the Oris Aquis. It has this attachment that is a bit different, so you can't fit on the normal standard size bracelets. You have to make a cutout. I saw this watch. The dial is super cool. And I think that if we were going to do bracelets for the Aquis, then it might be because of this piece. Let's talk about the piece itself. It's the Oris Upcycle. Well, I joined the conversation with the panel talk, and it was really great to hear about the approaches that Oris has in terms of sustainability. And you will see that on the dial, because the dial is made out of upcycled plastic, and each dial is unique in its own way. You have the bigger version of the Oris Upcycle with a blue base basically, and the other colors are set on. And you have the 36 millimeter version of it with a turquoise base, basically more geared to females. Nevertheless, I like both. They look awesome. For the price of, I think, around 2,000 euros, it's super cool watch to wear with super interesting story. And the fact that you will have a very unique watch is something that I find very intriguing. Something I'd like to say here is that, the watch matched my shirt pretty nicely. So in that sense, it's also a great watch to pair to straps, I think, and to see what you can make out of the watch, dressing it up or dressing it down. There's a lot of potential there as well. Okay, the next watch is something very cool as well. Of course, I have to mention Breitling here. I was very fortunate enough to be invited to their event. It was really, really a cool event. And they released their new Top Time watches. The Top Time Shelby, Top Time Ford Mustang, and the Top Time Corvette. And the one that I really liked the most was the Top Time Shelby Cobra because of three things. First of all, I like the blue dial. Blue is such a calming color. I really, really like it. And it's something that you can pair to many, many different kinds of outfits. Second of all, I like that you have only 2 sub-dials on the dial. It makes the watch look a bit more minimalistic and a bit more, well, it gives the watch a very subtle approach compared to the 3 sub-dials on the other 2 watches. And the biggest part here for me is that the Shelby Cobra comes in the 40mm case, whereas the other ones, they come in the bigger 42mm case. So that's basically why I'd choose this one. If we talk about cars, I'd be the Ford Mustang guy. Not particular in the green color, but I'd be the Ford Mustang guy. However, the watch was Shelby Cobra that I really liked. I think that especially here, that again, it's a watch that you can wear on a daily basis. It's something that is very cool. If you like racing vibes and vintage cars, then why not? And the price of the watch is 5,350 euros. So we have 3 watches in 3 different kinds of categories, 3 watches that I really, really enjoyed seeing during the Geneva Watch Days. There are many other watches out there, and I'll be doing probably another video on one particular brand because I saw so many different things over with that brand. Yeah, what else is there to say? Let me know what watches you really enjoyed of the Geneva Watch Days. Which of the watches that I showed to you are your favorites? And if it's not a watch that I showed, maybe you want to share your favorite watch of Geneva Watch Days 2021 as well with me. That's it for me. Thank you very much for watching. I have got to get back to work. I have a couple of calls here on my phone. That's life. See you in the next episode. And as always, if you feel like it, put a thumbs up.